Okay. You know, I was watching a program this week. You ever watch something and you just kind of, some switch goes off in your brain, you go, no, I can't watch this anymore. That's what I was watching. It was kind of one of those programs that is tracing the origins of certain animals and species. Anyway, you can always tell when people who are producing these shows don't believe in God, because God is never mentioned. The creation is a happy accident. In this one particular program, I like the way they said the dinosaurs experimented. You know, they tried this and that didn't work for them, so then they tried something else and then they liked it. Okay. Who knew that the dinosaurs experimented? You know what, the sad part is that you get people who, I've told you, who watch these programs. And these programs are so well done that somebody who doesn't have the mindset to do research would just think, wow, that's amazing. But it's the same reason I told you, sometimes you watch some of these, they're designed to be educational, but they have a slant. They've got some agenda. So anyway, this one was all about how the dinosaurs decided how. They did an experiment, and that either took or it didn't, and then that shows how this species evolved and changed into that. Now what's kind of interesting is, and this always opens up a wonderful thing, I wish somebody would actually do some type of a program that looks like polished, put together like these that I've seen, but actually take an intelligent approach to some of these. And they are, I want to say they are mysteries, in the sense of, we can talk about between Genesis 1:1 and 1:2 and the pre-Adamic earth, which I believe that is where you will find the bulk, if we're going to talk about dinosaurs and all the remains that they found, absolutely. But then you keep listening to these same people, and they are constantly pushing back the date. You know, the earth is infinitely older than we thought, and I'm always perplexed at a lot of this, because doesn't bother me at all that all of this was wiped out before the creation, before God made Adam. I have no problem with that. But if you listen to some of these programs, they'll say, and these evolved, and this evolved into that. And their premise, the takeaway from this is that the birds that we have today actually evolved from dinosaurs. Okay, well, personally I have a problem with that, because when I read it, it talks about how God created, and specifically mentions the fish in the sea and the fowls of the air. So, you have to listen to these things carefully, but I wish somebody would put together a program that addressed these things, but addressed them in a logical, sensible approach that people could follow along and say, oh, that's where that fits in. But instead, it's very homogenized, everything evolved, and the bigger question is, if everything evolved and these things were wiped out, then how did the things that are currently, how did they evolve from the things that they're claiming, well, we know were wiped out? You want me to repeat that again? I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to repeat that again, but do you get what I'm saying? It's faulty. Now, we're not talking about a species that mated with another species that produced some strange offspring. But if these things evolved, and if there is, according to them, there is no recreation, there is no recreative period. So how did these things that were completely wiped out, how did they evolve? Never mind. I don't suppose anyone is going to want to answer that, but that's okay. I just happen to like asking the questions, and I think there is absolutely no way, there's no escaping this. You can't get to it from this corner unless you're going to read the Bible carefully, do recognize, and I do believe in the gap theory. Why does it say the earth was, the Hebrew is tohu vabohu? What is it? Without form and void. If God was creating, or if he was recreating, and that's why I said to you, it's like it's so difficult for people to get the right frame of reference that you can't make these claims over here and say that this just continued when we know that the line of something stops. Well, where's the evolution to that? There isn't any evolution to that. Or how come some things haven't changed or evolved? I'm still wanting to find out how, if evolution is true, how come the people in Washington aren't evolving? Just like to know that. You know, I told you I can ask a lot of questions. But yeah, I just thought I would share that with you. It's my frustration. That and watching programs that are designed to be informative, whether it's about the pyramid or the origins of the Bible. I don't know if any of you ever catch any of these programs, and it is maddening because whoever does the research, a lot of research is not, it's almost like somebody who did their homework online using Wikipedia and some other sources and then said, look what I got. And some of it is, I think, rooted in the fact that no one wants to really hear, keep hearing this. One program they keep talking about lost tribes, lost forever. Okay, you have a right to think that. I don't know about lost forever. And we know that they're not lost. So it's just very sad. And then you just wonder why, the Lord didn't give me the calling to produce things. We made our attempt at making a Wycliffe story into kind of like a mini movie or something. But that's not my forte, and nor is it my goal. But I wish that somebody out there took the tools, the real research tools, and not the what I call general propaganda, and put out that same type of finished product that is packaged and edited nicely and everything is, top quality, but actually put real information that people could not only listen to, learn, and do more research and expand instead of just, let's just homogenize. Everything just, came out of this and that's all it is. So maybe one day there'll be somebody out there who will do that. In the meantime, I've perfected my throwing arm. I still like to throw things at the TV periodically. Just, I don't know, makes me feel better.